Well,
did you get seasick at all?
yeah, I felt it, but what I used to do, as soon as I had a meal, I went upstairs and went to sleep on
the deck. Yeah.
Yeah. But it wasn't too bad, really. It's only when you got in the Bay of Biscay, that's when it was a bit rough, you know, yeah. We used to have a film on the deck, you know.
Mhm. Teaches you some discipline being in the army, doesn't it?
Hmm?
Teaches you some discipline being in the army.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a routine, how to follow a routine.
You learn, yeah. And you learn to have a friend, you know. They speak to you, when you get in there, a senior officer will welcome you and give you tips and tell you what you want to do or should do. He says, when you get here, you'll learn the discipline, and what you should do, get yourself a mate. Not a gang, one mate. Yeah. But when I got in 77 Company, MELF, that's the Middle East Land Forces, Royal Army Service School, Royal Army Service School, and soon after we'd got to the camp, because that was my camp. We moved about a bit, but it was bulk petrol transport. We had, when Ceylon was Ceylon, we had Ceylonese drivers, you know, and I got in the workshops painting these tankers and things. And one morning, I got up and there's these two big fellas. Well, I went somewhere. I got posted somewhere to do something. I don't know what it was. It wasn't to change anything. But when I got back, there was these two chaps there in the overalls, spraying the tankers. They were German prisoners of war.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we had them. Well, we used to have a 50 can of cigarettes every week given, you know. So
I don't think you smoked or drank.
I used to, well, I was a German.
Yeah, everybody in the service starts drinking and smoking. Oh yeah, this happens. What happened to your friend, Dad? Did you stay friends with him? Did you stay friends with your mate?
Oh yeah, well, I can't really explain it. He's not a friend everybody would be friendly sort of thing with, you know. I said, don't know if he got something wrong with his lips or face or whatever. But yeah, we used to go out together.
So you didn't, after you got out of the army, you didn't stay friends?
No.
No.
That one wrote in letters, was he?
No, I've forgotten, you know.
Where was he from? Do you remember where he was from?
No, I forget now.
Yeah.
I knew at the time, you know. Yeah. We used to go to town, like.
What was his name? Do you remember that?
Hmm?
Do you remember his name?
No.
No.
Oh, he only remembers his number.
No, I can't remember that. I should do, I know that, but I can see him, I place him, you know,
Mhm.
but I don't suppose you could call it a strong friendship, you know what I mean? But you was together quite a
Right.
bit
Right.
in the army, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the end of the story. I didn't win the war, I think.
No.
I didn't see any angry men, really. Only some of these sergeants that wasn't very pleasant. But I played football, that was the best bit.
Oh, did you play football in the army?
Yeah, yeah. We had to move. We had to move out of the Cairo area, the camp,
Mhm.
and we went down near Ismailia. But we got a nice officer. He was a sports officer. Well, we got a good football team. But when he left, he got posted to headquarters, which was a good thing for me, really, because we got a good goalkeeper. And one day I was at workshops, and this goalkeeper come up and he says, "Ken, we got to go football this afternoon." It wasn't Army Egypt, but it was something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Some,
Who did you play?
eh?
Who did you play?
I don't know, I can't remember now, but
Remember
we played, I don't know if it was
used
Oxford
to play.
team, because we was in a league, you see,
Mhm.
as well. Anyway, this day he said, yeah, I'm in goal and you're first reserve. So I said, where's the paper then? He said, here it is, here. I looked. And he was first reserve, and I was in the team, you see. I said, you read that backwards, mate. Anyway, we had 2 games. I got picked in the team. The first time we had a trial was when the officer was at air camp at the time, before he transferred up to headquarters. And half time, I played one of the first half, and then they took me off. So, when they said we were substituting you for the second half, so I says to this, I said, well, that's me done, isn't it? And this officer was just there, and he said, don't you believe it, you've done your bit. And the next thing I knew, I was selected in the team, you see. And, but what happened, I played 2 games that first season. The next season, we were supposed to be getting demobbed. So, the man, the sports officer, has to send your names up to headquarters,
Mhm.
if you're still there, you see. And he said to me, he said, Ken, I'm sorry, I thought you beat him up, so I didn't send your name.
Mm.
So they didn't know I wasn't there, so... Well,
So you
I
didn't
should
get to
think
play
of
the
it.
second
I
time?
was expecting to be selected.
Mhm.
But then another time they got another trial on, and the orderly sergeant said, Ken, get your football kit packed. I've got you a 1,500 weight lorry and a driver. You've got a match on. Oh. I said, does he know where it is? He said, yeah, he knows where it is. Do you know, we drove round and round and round. Never found it.
Never found it. Oh.
So I said, well, that's the end of me. Next morning, the officer come, the sergeant come up and he says, what happened to you yesterday? I says, well, somebody wants to know the designation before they send us on a wild goose chase. And I was angry.
Yeah.
And you know, it keeps coming back to me, that does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a tale most told, I'll tell you.
Yeah.